My name is Roger Johnson. I like taking pictures and I love to travel. Whether it's working as a professional tour guide, a flight attendant, or on my own for fun. Across America or around the world. This is my show. Hi there, I'm Roger Johnson, and this is my adventure update for February of 2012. It's my second adventure update, and so since I did the first one, I decided I needed a place on the website that I could post those and you could go and take a look at them. So check out the website at welcometoamerica.us. Go up to the link on the top where it says video and click on that, and you'll see all kinds of other cool videos, including the trailer for my award-winning travel documentary, Welcome to America, 50 States, 50 Days.
I think we had a pretty good time learning, and then just getting to be goofy and have fun.
If you take a look at last month's adventure update, you'll notice a little something different about my set. Actually, it's not really a set, it's my living room made to look like a set that looks like a living room. But anyway, the difference is I added a little something. Flags. I have went and bought flags for all 50 U.S. states and the District of Columbia. I've been to all of them several times, and I put them in the order that we did them on my 50 States, 50 Days trip. What's missing, however, is any of the flags from any of the U.S. territories, Guam, Puerto Rico, Northern Marianas, American Samoa, or the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'd never been to any of those. Until last month, I decided to fly on down to the U.S. Virgin Islands for a little Caribbean fun. Oops, that's back.
I'd like to say it's certainly been a pleasure bringing you to St. Thomas today. We hope if your future travel plans call for air travel, you once again choose Delta.
I got in very late to my campground, the Cinnamon Bay campground on the island of St. John, that is also within the Virgin Islands National Park. So that was very cool. So on my first full day on the islands, I decided I would head to the capital of Charlotte-Amalie on the island of St. Thomas and visit the Territorial Capitol building. Unfortunately, when I got there, they didn't let me in without a tour guide, and the tour guide was out having breakfast. So I went on to my goal number 2. So I tried to get a taxi, and I'd ask the taxi driver, hey, I want to go to Crown Mountain. And he'd say, you mean Mountaintop? And I'd say, no, Crown Mountain. He'd say, oh, you mean Crown Bay? No. Crown Mountain. And I'd point up at the mountain, and I think that was where the confusion was, because I think I was actually pointing up at Mountaintop. But I said, no, the highest point on the U.S. Virgin Islands. And they'd say, Mountaintop. No! So I walked. And you can't get to the very, very peak, because there's radio towers and all kinds of warning signs and fences and everything, but I got as close as I could. And so now I've been to one high point in the U.S. territories. So I headed back down into Charlotte-Amalie and decided I'd try again and visit the Territorial Capitol. Tour guide was still out for breakfast, and it was early afternoon by that point. Before I left on the trip, I decided I'm going to go out and buy a new GoPro little camera here that shoots underwater. And then I can go snorkeling or something when I'm down there, and you hold it out. And so that's exactly what I did. I went to a place called Trunk Bay, which has got some pretty cool snorkeling. It's actually in the national park. Not only are there coral reefs and fish and all that cool stuff, but it's an actual nature trail. They've got it marked by buoys. But then you go down underwater, and then there's little informational plaques that say what kind of fish are there, what kind of coral is there, here's how the environment works, and all of that cool stuff. And so you get to go out and go snorkeling and have fun, and great, wonderful time, and you'll learn a thing or two, too. So after I was done snorkeling, I decided I'd get out of the sun and the water and go do a little bit of hiking and explore the national park a little bit more. So I headed out of the Cinnamon Bay campground along the Cinnamon Bay Trail, along the Centerline Road to the Reef Bay Trail, all the way from the north end of the island to the south end of the island. It was about 10 miles round trip hiking, but it was very cool getting through the jungle and seeing some actual ruins of old sugar plantations that they have there They've got like old houses and a factory, refinery where they distilled the sugar and made it into a product that they could ship overseas. But then at the end of the trail, I ended up at the southern part of the island, which is actually the Caribbean Sea. When I was snorkeling, I was in the Atlantic Ocean on the north end of the island, and so I actually got to put my toes in the water in the Caribbean. So I could actually call it a Caribbean vacation. So that's it for this month's Adventure Update. I hope to see you next month. In the meantime, check out the website, welcometoamerica.us, or you can send me an email at roger@welcometoamerica.us. See you next time. I think we're going. What are we doing next month?